So clearly there's a media bias. Recently on ESPN, they did a panel on the Von Miller situation. They actually had a sit down. This incident with Von Miller happened probably a day prior or 2 days prior, but they had enough time to scramble up a panel and sit down and talk about his situation, right? And it's one that's being kind of refuted right now. The girlfriend, she did make a phone call to the police, but then she's saying that he didn't do any of those things. So who knows with that situation? But what perplexes me is they don't sit down and have a whole panel about the Josh Giddey situation. They literally just brushed through the Josh Giddey situation. They had like a 50-second monologue, if best. And that's it. And then they kept it moving. Like, come on, what's going on here? Like, they're doing it right in front of our faces. Everyone's calling it out. Everyone sees it. But they're trying to let it go, just like they're trying to let go of the Dana White thing. You know? They get on the ESPN and then they're just all somber and they're all just meek about a man who hit his wife on camera. But I did call this. I did say something else was going to happen. I said this on my previous video, that something was going to happen to try to take attention away from the Josh Giddey situation. We got the Von Miller. Now, they talked about the Von Miller thing multiple times in a short amount of period. The Josh Giddey thing's going on 2 weeks since Thanksgiving. You haven't heard anything. There's already been reports of him getting a ticket at the high school, like near the high school where the girl goes to school at. Right? There's other reports saying that, and this is through Andrew Bogut, a former NBA player, that the team already knew about it a year ago. And supposedly this incident happened a year ago. And apparently she could have possibly allegedly lied about her age. But you don't hear any reports on ESPN about any of this. They're sitting there saying they need to get the facts straight. They don't have all the facts straight when it comes to the Von Miller case, but that didn't stop them from reporting it. And this is the problem. They only want to report the news that their bosses want them to report. Clearly. I mean, Stephen A., he's a bought and paid for shill. He's a company man. That man's not, he's acting like since he got his podcast, he can talk about what he wants to, but in real life, he can't. He's still under the ESPN leash. But again, we were still waiting on them to report the updates. There's a lot of stuff coming out about this Josh Giddey thing, but there's nobody talking about it. The only people that are talking about it are the independent media outlets. That's it. None of the mainstream. I'm talking none. They're just hiding from this thing. And they're trying to let it blow over so people can stop talking about it. But it's not going to happen. We're not going to let this go. Right? But what seems like what's going to happen with the Josh Giddey thing, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to talk about it anymore unless something crazy comes up. But what seems like it's going to happen is he's going to get away with this or whatever. This is all alleged, by the way, so we still don't know. But you would think something as egregious as an NBA player, a well-known NBA player, sleeping with an underage kid will be on more news outlets, any news outlet. But instead, we want to hear about Von Miller. We want to sit down and have a conversation about Von Miller. You know, and then Stephen A., he tried to clean it up, you know, a little bit and try to compare the Josh Giddey situation as far as the facts in comparison to the Von Miller thing that's going on right now. Molly, you know, Stephen A. said, you know, don't put your hands on a woman. Then she adds, or don't put your hands on the mother of children. Dummy, that classifies as a woman. That fits the umbrella of a woman. You have up here at the top women, right? Anything else under that describes a woman is a woman. That means a baby mother is a woman. Okay? So you didn't have to add that 2 cents in there. She was all blinking and bucking and all that stuff, you know, getting all upset. I wish she would blink and buck about the Josh Giddey situation, about a young girl having sex with a grown-ass man. I wish she'd blink and buck about that, you know. And then when it came to Dana White, she was all like, you know, well, she hit him first and, you know, nobody should hit anybody. And they were all just even kill. but they have nothing to say about the Josh Giddey thing. This is asinine, man. Like I said, they're doing it in your face, and they don't care. All these reports coming out, and they're not reporting any updates. They just wanted to go away. And this is why I said they got media bias, man. I mean, we already knew this, but damn, like ESPN, I'm telling y'all fell in shit. If it wasn't for y'all having sports games, y'all signing all those league contracts, nobody will be watching y'all. I promise you that. Because more and more independent sports channels are doing way better numbers than y'all. And they talk about a wide range of things. They don't play it safe. You guys are trying to play it safe, especially when it comes to a particular demographic. Because I see the agenda. I see what they're doing. They want to make a black face, right? A black person look a certain way, specifically black men, right? And it's just not ESPN. It's all media. They want to portray us as thugs, killers, beaters, women beaters. Like we're just violent beasts. You know what I'm saying? And the media controls our image. And that's the sad part. Now, yeah, you got niggas that act that way. We know that. There's bad apples in every fucking tree. But our image is defined by the worst of the worst apples. No other demographic is defined by the worst common denominator but us. And they use that. And anytime something bad happens with black people, they use that. You see booty shaking videos, you see fights, you see a bunch of Negroes acting stupid on YouTube and it gets monetized. But you get on here and you talk about white supremacy, or you talk about anything that's real that's going against the norm, as far as when it comes to stuff like media bias or anything like that, they don't monetize you, or they shut your channel down, or they shadow ban you. But you could talk about dumb shit like Hassan Campbell, who's older than me. Him saying stuff like, he gonna do something to a child or something like that. You would think that alone would get his channel just demonetized. And I don't even know if his channel's monetized, to be honest. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't watch Hassan Campbell. I know he got shot recently or something like that. I don't know how real that was. Don't care. But you got folks like him online spewing bullshit. You got all these other channels that perpetuate a negative stereotype when it comes to black people. You guys are fine with that. But when it comes to a positive image of a black person, or an image that isn't, sagging jeans, dreads, gold teeth, chains, bullshit like that, y'all want to do something about it. Clearly there's an agenda. Clearly they're trying to keep our image negative. And I'm sick and tired of it. They want to make this dude seem like he was a victim. Who knows if he's a victim or not? I don't know. I'm not accusing him of doing anything. And we're not telling ESPN or any of these other sports outlets to accuse him. We simply want you to report on the news. But you don't want to do that. What you want to do is wait for another black person to do something and then talk about it for 2 weeks. Such as the Von Miller thing. That thing happened like earlier this week, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, or earlier last week. Y'all jumped on top of that thing quick. Pounced on it. You know what I'm saying? And the people who don't agree with what I'm saying are the people who sitting up, got their feet kicked back, watching ESPN, just like, yeah, those niggers, man, those thuggish niggers. But you got nothing to say about Josh Giddey. Or Josh Kiddey, shall I say. But stop saying you don't have the facts. Stephen A., you're Mr. NBA. You have a lot of sources. I find it hard to believe that you don't know anything. I find it hard to believe. You guys want to sit here and say y'all want to protect women? Well, y'all not saying anything about this. But let it be a black man. Let it be somebody like Draymond Green. Or even LeBron James. LeBron James might even get away with it. But I guarantee you, they'll cover it. And I don't want to hear this about Josh Giddey being a lesser-known athlete. It doesn't matter. He is an NBA athlete. He is a starter for his team. And it's funny that his home country is doing more than America is about this. because he's going to possibly lose a sponsorship, a $40 million sponsorship. They're doing more than the U.S. is about it. It's pretty sad if you ask me. And it's just BS that you guys are just not reporting this news, any of this news, any updates, especially the ticket situation. That's like a smoking gun right there. That means he's been with this girl more than once. They're trying to say it was a one-night stand. It doesn't matter if it was a one-night stand. She was underage. But you don't have an opinion. These guys, all of a sudden, I don't know anything. I don't have an opinion. Now you don't have an opinion. You guys reported on a lot of shit when you didn't have all the facts. When it came to that guy who played for Houston, can't remember his name. He dated a WNBA player. When it was reported that he choked her and all this stuff, you guys reported it. You guys sat down and y'all talked about it with like 4 or 5 different people. Had a nice little panel about it. Then it comes out the girl said he didn't do any of this. You guys didn't retract y'all story. You guys didn't apologize about it. Y'all just let it be. Y'all let it for everyone to have their own assumption about it. But this Josh Giddey situation, you didn't even, I don't even say y'all touched on it. Y'all pinky-toed that bitch. Let that be a black man. All hell will break loose. All media outlets will be talking about it. Everyone will have an opinion. Mostly negative. There will be no, we don't know the facts. We don't know what's going on. You could get sued. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Like Stephen A., over the past years, you have done and you have said a lot of shit against black people. Whether there was fact behind it or not. Did you get sued? No. You damn near got fired because one of your ex-employees didn't like what you said. A white woman. Ever since then, you just buck dance and you just play it safe. Y'all report agendas. I'm not going to let the Josh Giddey thing go, but I'm not going to make another video about it for a while until something pops up. But it's your boy Nix. Like and subscribe. I'm out.